Okay, we're going to be talking about General Ambrose Powell, A.P. Hill. He was a Civil War Confederate Lieutenant General, born 1825, died in 1865. And here's his grave marker right here. Lieutenant General, 3rd Corps, Army, Northern Virginia, Confederate States Army. He attended the United States Military Academy at West Point. His roommate was George McClellan, and he was, this is right here, he was in the Mexican-American War. And he was given command of a brigade of Major General James Longstreet's division in May 1862. And this is a picture of him right here. This is a painting of him. Right now we're going to be looking at his siblings, and the one I'm going to be looking at his spouse's family and see if she had any siblings that were Confederates. Man, it's a good possibility. But before I do that, I'm going to go and do the A.P. Hill's family first. And I'm going to go back and forth. Now, it's not really clear on this one whether he was in the Confederate States Army, John William Henry Hill. But I'm going to go to Thomas Thevis Hill, and I believe he might served in the Confederate States Army. Attended University, older brother of Lieutenant General A.P. Hill. He was also a brother-in-law of Confederate General John B. Jones, which we'll get that later. It says he was a captain of cavalry to date July 18th, 1863. We got Edward Baptist Hill, and it says here, major on his brother's staff during the Civil War. After the war, he was a merchant in Culpeper, so he served in the Confederate States Army. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to his spouse's side, and then we'll go over to his parents' side. If we go over to his dad's side and see if he had any siblings, which doesn't show it, so it's basically although it's got a Confederate thing on his thing, he didn't serve. He wasn't alive. He died in 1857. But we'll look at his mother's side and see if she had any siblings. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't show it. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go over to General Hill's spouse and her siblings. before we do that, we're going to go over Calvin Cogswell's Morgan. Let's see. Samuel Doe Morgan. I don't want to get too far into this. Captain St. Clair McIntosh, Confederate soldier, died in 1863. And you look down here, Captain Samuel Dodd Morgan. He looks like he probably served in the Confederacy. Enlisted 1st Tennessee early in war, but in 1860 he joined the cavalry. John P. Morgan, General, and killed in battle. So it looks like this is his Confederate uniform here. So I believe he was a Confederate. All right, we're going to go back. All right, now we're going to go over to the siblings of this lady here. She was married to General Hill, and we're going to look and see. Let's see. We'll go here and hint around and see if she had any. I don't know if we did. She had any siblings. No, I wouldn't. Let's see. Abraham Dagworthy and Hunt. Let's see if he served in the Confederacy. Thomas H. Hunt. Okay, Civil War Confederate Army officer known as Uncle Tom. He served in the Kentucky State Guard from 1860 to 1861. So he served. This is Thomas H. Hunt. Served in the Confederacy. It's probably an old picture there. Okay, we're going to go back. Now we're going to try to go this. John Hunt Morgan. 1825 is when he born. Died at age 39, 1864. Looks like he died during the Civil War, during a battle. Confederate Brigadier General, born in Alabama. Let's see, where does it say he died? Let's see. He was killed in Greensville, Tennessee, 1864. Age of 38. brothers. Captain Calvary, one of John Hunt Morgan's 6 brothers serving the state of Kentucky. Looks like he was served as one of Jefferson Davis's escorts during the collapse of the Confederate government. After the war, he became a prominent businessman and local politician. Died in 1882. Look at this. There's a good picture of him right there. That's Captain Calvin Cogswell Kelly Morgan Jr. Let's see. Richard Kerr, Dick Morgan. He was in the Civil War. Served under the Confederacy. Born 1836, died 1918 at age 82. Here's a picture of him. Let's see how many more pictures we got. Alright, let's see. Charlton Hunt, Charlie Morgan. That's a good picture of him right there. Charlton Morgan. That's a good uniform. Died 1912, born 1839. Let's see. In the Confederate Army, wounded and captured at the Battle of Shiloh. Yeah, Morgan served in the war. Lieutenant Thomas Hunt Morgan, born in 1844, died 1863 at the age of 19. Killed during the war. 2nd Kentucky Confederate Cavalry. 20 years of age almost. Was killed at Lebanon in his state on the 5th day of July 1863. So, here's one. Saint Francis Key Morgan. Born 1845. Sergeant Francis Key. 1845. Died 1878 at 33. He joined the Confederate Army after his oldest brother, famous General John Hunt Morgan, promised his mother to keep him out. There's a good picture of him right there. So we're going to go back to General Hills. If we can get back here. So this is the General Hills family and in-laws, cousins, or whatever, relatives. ones that served in the Confederate States Army, Confederate States government. And they got a lot of information out of this one.